welcome back to Zoo Sicily, and welcome back to an episode where we're not building. Today we are going to explore Zoo Sicily in the current pre-Grassland DLC status. Now, I didn't want to make this video, but as you know, I had a huge issue with my computer in the last couple days, and so I wasn't able to produce any video. In fact, my computer is just like a couple minutes running again. So yeah, we're having a little tour today. Bear with me with the performance, even though it is literally the same PC, only the mainboard is changed. I don't know why exactly the performance is so much worse, but this mainboard, like you can really tell there is a difference in mainboards. But that should not be the topic of the video. We are going to have a little fun walk through the current status of Sicily Zoo, and yeah, this is going to be very fun. Zoo Sicily is a project that has been hitting the channel quite hard in a very positive way. You guys really celebrate this series, and I do too. So right in front of it, you can see our entrance area is split. We've got an entrance to the left hand side, and we've got one here to the other side. Now, first things first, once we go into this corner over here, you can see there is still something open, which is the little trick. So we have the peafowls roaming around in the first area, which they aren't at the moment, but technically they could. And now going through this little gate over here, you can already see we are moving into the little plaza area, which is just across the border of the wombat area. And then we do have our little restaurant on this side, as you can tell. Again, the indoor section has to be remade at a certain point, but at the moment, this is what we are greeted with. Still a big fan of it, to be honest, that we do have this little shop front here. We have a nice, very open plaza, lots of decals here on the ground, running veterinarians who bring animals from A to B for whatever reason, not really sure why. And then we have a wonderful view into the wombat area, and look at that, there is one running. Well, you can't really tell, there you go. It's going to have a little sip of the water. I'm still such a big fan of this vista over here with this kind of very bright sandstone. Is this even sandstone? Is it limestone? Not really sure what exactly kind of stone these rock types are, but yeah, I really love it. There's the other wombat just in front of us, with these little shade roofs that we have all across the habitat, so that they actually do have some shade, and you know, they have their little shelter in the back if they want to go there. And yeah, I'm not going to go there at this point. We're actually going to go there at the end, because I want to show you how the tour actually works. So now, as we move over here, you can tell in a second that this is the area with the wonderful koalas living in here. I'm really curious to see if we will spot one in the tree. I'm quite certain. Oh wait, there is one in the tree. I can't even believe it. That might have been the first time that we even saw it in the tree. Wait, did they adjust the climbing a little bit? At least the speed of it? Not sure. I mean, the clipping surely not, but the speed of it seems to be a little bit adjusted. There's the other one. Anyways, let's go further. By the way, it's quite shocking that I only have like 30 FPS with even already having drops below 30 FPS. That doesn't give me a good feeling for this series. Oh boy. Yeah, but at a certain point, I do need a new rig anyways. My rig is cursed and I have to get a new one. But again, trying to keep that as much as possible out of the video. So yeah, this is then the other side of the habitat, and you can tell from the bottom part, this is where the koalas live. They're like doing some magic over here. Okay, we pretend it's perspective, okay? It's just walking straight over there. But yeah, so this is that area. I'm still quite a big fan of the koala area. You can't really see so much of the staircase going into the backstage as it was supposed to. Yeah, really big fan of it. Really like it. Okay, now this side over here we are going to talk about at the end. You guys had some good ideas for that, but I think the plan might change a little. Even though I'm not 100% sure, but it might actually become the wallaby area instead of the platypus. But I have to see. I also have the idea to bring the wallaby somewhere else in. I'm not sure if the space is enough, but I also thought about this space over here could become the wallaby area. The more I look at it, the more I think this is a very good spot for the wallaby instead, because then we also have a reasoning for this area. I think this is definitely going to be the wallaby spot, by the way. Anyways, the tour shouldn't stop here, because we go down, you know, we come from over here. We had a wonderful little look into the Meerkat area with some aardwalks, maybe running around as well. Not sure if they do at the moment. Can't see any of those, but they clearly are living in here as well. But yeah, we can then go first of all down here, because that's going to give us a wonderful view in this beautiful river that we do have down here. And we've got some people standing here clearly looking at the beautiful texture of the stones, because they are archaeologists, or how's it called? I'm not sure, geologists, who love to look at these things. Yeah, well, anyways, we're not lucky. Oh, we are lucky. Look at that. There's a little otter in the water. Maybe they want to do a little divey for us. Can you please do a little dive for us? Are you fancy a little dive, guys? Would you? Little small clawed otters, I love them. I mean, they clearly do have enough space to dive, even though, you know, this game at this point, I could technically believe everything. I wouldn't even be surprised if I click on them and they tell me that they don't have enough water to deep dive, because I don't know, this rock has a hitbox of 1 million or so. There is well more than one reason why they wouldn't dive. Can you just... I think they just really can't dive, because otherwise this is a bit weird why they are all swimming on top. But so yeah, well, this is the view inside of the river. It's not like really finished at this point. There's a lot that we can do with the bottom part, like a couple of plants and stuff. Should look good. But yeah, so that's the idea. Now we do also want to move up back again. You can see also there is always a way to bring strollers and wheelchairs and stuff down. This is also might be one of the points where we have the glitches with the people beaming in a certain location and going onto the wrong path. I have to really monitor that, because since I build with free build quite a bit, this might have caused some curses. I don't know how to say that even better. Okay, never mind. Let's take that little bridge over here. Moving on to another area. Look, there's another beautiful little view inside of the Meerkat area. There's one chilling just beside that fountain with all the fake oleander. From this spot, oleander looks really cool though. I'm still proud of the oleander, kind of fake oleander thing. Oh, look at that. There's an artwork now. It just moved out of its burrow, I guess. Just really, I think, you know, especially with the artworks, I notice how often I do forget about certain animals in the game, and I'm really happy that you guys came up with the idea to bring them in together with the Meerkat. I think that's a beautiful idea that we have it that way. So yeah, seems to be a very much loved space for the people over here. Gosh, it's so crowded. But we're still trying to get to this little terrace thing over here. Yeah, I'm just really happy about how this whole thing turned out. Not gonna lie, this was that was a bigger challenge than it might seem to, but it just really was quite hard and challenging to bring it all together, to tie it all together. Especially moving over here to this part, you can see this is the part where I really started to struggle. People are just ordering over here. Obviously they don't. This is just like an information kiosk, and it looks like as if they were... Not sure if the restaurant is closed though, but no one is really going into the restaurant. That's a bit weird. But alright, we can see this is then another wonderful idea that turned into reality. I do have the clipping now on both sides, so people just go way too close to the screen, which is a bit of a, you know... to the window, I should say, but it's, I don't know, I think we can live with it. Like, most people keep standing over here, which is fine, and then it sells the idea, but sometimes people just bug into it. I think we have to live with it, because the other solution is putting a barrier in front, and then no one would ever go here, because it seems like the game needs the connection to the path, and nothing is in the middle to disturb them. Then it is fine. But yeah, so you can see some scorpions over here. There's one sitting in there. Not sure if we can see the Gila monster in here as well. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You know, that's the fun part. There's one sitting over here. Look at that. Awesome. We were actually lucky enough to see one. Cool. Okay. Yeah, there's another little corner where you could technically sit down. If you are lucky, you have an artwork going into its building. You know, this is supposed to be the actual backstage stuff for these animals. Obviously, we don't have an actual one, but, you know, it's implied. And, yeah, if you want to order something, you can just go in here, order something. And either you get some fresh cooked food here on the left-hand side, just go over here and you can see how she is preparing the stuff for you. Or if you do have something else like brought to your table or so, you can already pick up certain things in preparation and then go and get your seat, and then the waiter or the waitress is going to deliver stuff to you. So kind of the idea about this, and this is where you put your order. And then, yeah, the further you move, this would then technically be the actual entrance into the restaurant over here. here. There's the door which leads you in, and what the hell is going on with these things? And then yeah, this is where you go technically into the backstage tour. I made like a little, you know, it looks like a little fence. Excuse me very mucho for this yawning, but I'm super tired because of the last couple days trying to fix my computer. Yeah, I'll just give you a little heads up what happened at the end of the video. But yeah, so last episode we did this wonderful winery, wine stock, vineyard, whatever you want to call that. But this area in the last episode with our little friends, the Prairie Dogs, as well as the skunk that is living in here. I know that some people did argue there might be better animals that fit into this space. Maybe that's true, maybe it isn't, I don't know. We can still debate what you guys want to have in here or whatnot, but for the moment I'm quite happy with these little fellows roaming around in here. I think they're, you know, they're pretty cute and they fit well in, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, the further you go here, there's a little bit of backstage stuff over here well hidden in, and we've got two further exhibits that do work in a different way, because these are like standing barrels, like not you know, tilted to the side. This one is actually, or not lying to the side, this one is actually standing, and there's only a small chance you have it working like it is in this situation. Mostly people are like completely going in like this, which yeah, again, I didn't find a solution for that quite yet, but maybe we will in the future. Okay, so technically I would continue to the right hand side, but just to show you what else we did, because I love this space over here so much. Like this bridge over here looks really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that they keep standing over here and just watching the animals from down here, because they can't see them at all. The game sometimes is weird, and I'm really not seeing me putting more stuff in here because it just looks so cool. This corner looks really, like, really finished. But then there's like this little path that leads over to another. Wait a second, where am I? Okay, I got to check something after the recording. There is something weird about this. Yup. It seems like. Alright, anyways, if I go over here, you can see this is where the wonderful little prairie dogs are getting something to drink, and there are some bubbles, and there is a wonderful little melon over here that they can also snack. So really cool stuff. Look at that, it's so cute. It's chewing some of the little... Oh, I never saw that they actually have bits in their hands. Like, that is so cool. Like, look at that, how they're just chewing that little bit of the melon. Oh my god. Yeah, mate, you okay? You okay? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I haven't seen the skunk yet around here. They should be well hidden. There's like a little hole, as you can see. I just really love that. I love these little fellows over here because they are fun to watch. They're fun to see when they like dig their little holes and then, you know, come back into the area at a certain other point. But anyways, let's move forward into something else I did, because you know, we could go over here, but this is an area which is currently unfinished, but I don't want to leave out this beautiful view of the river for you guys, because obviously we only have seen the otters not diving from above, and now we will see the otters not diving from below, and now we'll see the otters not diving from above. So that's the idea. No, I'm just kidding. It does dive. Look at that. This looks fantastic. That looks really cool. I love that. Look, I like the fact how you can barely even see it once it's going super deep. And then we've got all our birdies here in the back, like the cranes are living their best life here on this right hand side. Not sure why they're not over here at all. Yeah, at this point I have birth and all this stuff like turned off, but I will turn it on eventually again, so that we will have some more animals in here. Okay, last but not least, we are going to go to our most prominent and the obviously most appealing animal of this zoo so far, and this is the West African lion that got this wonderful amphitheater, or theater I should say. Over here you can actually go into the backstage area, which we use these wonderful PVC thingies from that we got with the last DLC and our last update. And now let's go into the lion area, and there we go. I'm still mega convinced about this concept, and I'm really in love with it. Look at that one, just chilling in the... Could you please not just... Seriously? Like, what the... So, I'm mega convinced about this project, and I think it's working beautifully, because everything works without any clips, and, you know, I love that. Just a pure... the pure comedic. Yeah, no, never mind. Is it jumping down there now? Oh, look at all the poop. Yeah, okay, come up here. At least this is something that really helps us. Can you lay down then at least? Oh, there is like a little thing hidden in here to sniff. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is why they go here. Yeah, I am still very convinced about this project. Like, yes, the movement up here looks a little bit clumsy, but I think overall it really sells the idea of giving them like this wonderful amphitheater with all the broken down stuff. And I think it really, for a zoo this size and this project, like with this, like, you know, budget we talked about, it is absolutely doable. And I think it is gorgeous to look at, and I had a lot of fun building it. So yeah, at the end I'm very happy with how that all turned out. You can see the lions moving around. They do actually poop quite a bit. I have to check if I have enough caretakers or like keepers over here that do this all a bit better. Yeah, she's like having a good time looking at this cypress tree because that's beautiful. But yeah, so that's that. And you know, normally you obviously can keep on going through the zoo because, you know, we will have a lot more in the future. But as we have done everything, let's take the other road back, because imagine we coming back now from our tour. Last time we joined the zoo here on the right hand side, and again, as I said, in the afternoon this might even be closed, and then you take the route over here and you've got a wonderful final view into the wombat area from quite a bit of a different angle this time around. You can actually move up here, see the wombat moving. Look at that, fantastic. And then at the very end you can also grab yourself a drink or something to, you know, for going home or like in the car or whatever. And obviously the most important thing, there are some restrooms over here in case you need to go to the loo before you leave, which most people need to before they get into the car. So that's that. And then we ended our tour of Zoo Sicily, and I'm really curious to hear what you guys think of it for the moment being, because I am certainly still mega happy with the project. It feels like as if I have just started yesterday, and yeah, I mean the FPS do say otherwise, but I still feel that way. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little tour. Again, as I said, I certainly did enjoy this quite a lot, and I'm still enjoying the project quite a lot. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and obviously we are going to start doing a lot more in the coming days with the new Grassland DLC next week. But again, bear with me, the computer was broken down, so I am not able to start right away. I hope that I'm going to have a video for you next week when the DLC someday launches, but for the moment that's that, and I hope you guys are going to have a good time. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to be part of this series, make sure to do so, because there's going to be great things in the future that you will be able to see if you are part of this channel. So thank you so much, and I talk to you in the next one. Goodbye.